Do you want to do like a we're live post or anything like that?
Sure, I'll share it around.
Hello.
All right, introduce us, Danny, while I'm sharing this around.
Oh, yes. Let me open the chat too. Yeah, this should be fine. So, welcome to the team chat. I don't know how many people are watching. Let me check. 6 people watching. Welcome to the team chat.
There will be more.
There will be more.
A shiksa.
Yeah. At the top left here, we got Couscous and Marcus Cantarsi. He had a pretty good weekend too. Me, Danny. Gray Fox is our good local friend Larry from Boston. Joey, he's whatever. He's not a big deal.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. Marcel's Love and Thunder.
Hey.
Russell. And then Twist Ted is Shad from Canada. And then we have our nice little guest, Okay Buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Sup, vatos?
Who said that?
Yo,
Wait, is the text chat open? Oh, the text chat's not open. Is it?
who is Joey? That's right. Sup, Brandel
What's up,
C. I guess we could share it to the Discord as well. Where's the best
Yeah,
place to
I'll
that?
do it. I'll do it. I'm just typing up the post right now.
Very good. I only came for Joey, but the rest of y'all are nice too. Damn!
Oh, who said that? That's my boy right there.
Keyman.
Hey, let's
Keyman. Hey, remember to like the video, boys. Oh, here, let me... This is actually a better idea. Let's pull up this... I wonder if there's a spot I could put the chat.
Do you post this in the record?
Huh?
Hmm?
Yes?
Yeah, I just posted in the Discord.
We can go on deck plan and just stare at cards.
I said this.
Is Marcel's still playing DBS though? Yes, he is. He went to Gen Con.
Yeah, repping that King Piccolo, ride or die.
Yeah.
Marcel, you ever sleeving that deck up again?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe,
Knows.
maybe in the green form.
Oh, he could revive, you know? New color. No.
The
We can look at that deck
Zenkai?
tonight. That'd be pretty cool to do on
Zenkai, King
do live.
Piccolo?
Just go through the deck and look at it.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
Which your deck, Marcel? You want to send
No,
me
the
a deck planet
green
link or
cards.
something? Oh, new green cards. Oh.
Yeah.
All right, we kind of have some questions from Charizard, my guy. Who do you guys think is the thickest leader in the meta right now?
All right, let's define thickest.
Yeah, we gotta get
Yeah, I
some
mean, is it
definitions.
like, bodily features, or
Oh
is
my.
it like
Okay, please stop.
power level? You know what I'm saying?
Or tankiest, the tankiest.
The
leader.
tankiest. I feel like Bulma wins all 3 categories, so yeah, very good.
I don't know. The Z leader is about to be tanky. The 20k base, you know.
That is
Thanks.
kind of broken.
Man, Kuz, don't lie to them. The Empire is never gonna return, man.
I will leave right now and say my own team talks right now.
That's crazy.
With what team though, Marcus?
Hey, me and Brand will see, okay? There we go.
You're
That's
gonna
all we
recruit
need.
Larry?
He's got a couple free agents ready to go. I don't want to list them, but
That's crazy, Shad.
All right, we have some people coming in. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Really
As
appreciate
far
it.
as questions or anything goes, guys, just feel free to drop them in the YouTube chat, or if you're in the Crossworld Public Team voice channel, there's a little open chat button, so we'll take questions there as well, or not even just questions, just general conversation too is cool. So in there, or in the YouTube chat.
Shall
We
be
got a couple
done.
ideas for topics, so you guys can see.
Yeah. Yeah, we probably just start. on Gen Con and answer questions as we go. Oh, we have a question. From Otherworld TCG. So looking to the future, what do you guys think this upcoming ban list is going to look like?
Oh, starting off right off the rip, huh?
Right off the rip. You know, I didn't even put that as a topic. We could put that as a topic.
I feel like we're getting a nuke of a ban list, like a ginormous ban list, or they're gonna touch nothing. That's what I feel like.
Really? I think they're gonna. I think it's gonna be very light, and they're just gonna wait to see how the format with Zenkai is gonna feel out first, and then we might get an E-ban list.
Well, that's the
I
route
think-
I take. I feel like nothing gets hit. Like
I
I don't
feel
know. What would be your light hits, Chad?
I think it's gonna be random bans. Like, remember when the U3 stuff
Random.
came out and Charles got hit? Like, there might be someone finds a mechanic come Zenkai that seems pretty broken. They might preemptively hit it.
Yeah, I could see them
Something
maybe
like
doing
that.
some sort of preemptive hit to like I don't know, launch or something. Maybe.
Hold up,
Like-
everyone. Pause. We have the second place Thursday Gen Con
Oh no! He entered the
finalist.
building.
Finalist is here. Scott Dashy.
Who?
He's undercover. He's undercover as RN genre.
Undercover, man. Look at this guy.
Scott, you want to throw a couple words? Introduce yourself, maybe? I don't know.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Scott. I rarely use Discord, but I wanted to just support the team this time, even though the Patriots preseason is on right now. I wouldn't have done as well as I did the entire weekend without the team, especially the ones that insulted me nonstop. So,
Who are not here at the moment.
who
Yeah.
are not here right now, but no, it's a combination of, or a culmination of all the conversations and stuff and their decks, deck advice, and game theory that led to where I am, and it happens every day. So, cheers.
Round of applause
We're-
to Scott Dash.
We're super proud of you. You did really well.
I wish I played Turles so bad. Mistakes were made.
It's funny because at first I told Scott not to play the deck because I built the deck as like a troll list, and then. I
Oh,
think-
the list came so
Yeah.
far from that point too. Like the initial point was really cool. Like you could play a lot of unique cards, but the point we got it to was like really refined and really good.
All right, let's stay on topic on the ban list since it was like the first thing.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean the meta's really good right now, right? Like overall, can everyone agree on that?
I mean, I agree. It's like diverse, and like even though there's like probably 3 really strong decks, you can still play a lot of things. But maybe it's just burnout, but I'm so tired of this format. Like I just can't wait for Zenkai to be live.
I think that's the post Gen Con 4 days of regionals kicking in.
Probably, yeah, probably.
I like this format.
You know, you just like Bulma. You don't like the fun.
I do. I'm having a very good time playing Bulma, dude.
What if they kill Bulma?
Hey.
Because of the
There
free
is one
combos?
leader. There is one leader comes out in Zenkai that is supposed to be a hard counter.
Yeah, supposed to be the yellow leader, yeah. Oh wait, I need to go to card.
So with
database.
this new stuff, did they announce how mechanics work with like the Bulma combo from drops?
Yeah, yeah. So as far as we know right now, I mean, we're still waiting for the official rulebook update, Larry. But as far as it works now, it just once per battle, any card in your combo area, you can just throw it in your Z energy. So if a card says like at the end of the combo, put it in your warp or something, like the launch card, supposedly you could put it in your Z energy and bypass that effect. And then when you use it as a Z energy, it'll go to the drop, and then it's basically just an infinite resource.
So what you're telling me is Bulma's dead. They're not letting that go.
Well, Bulma doesn't use it like launch though. Is that what you're talking about?
Or
Launch?
no, wasn't there the one that does it in Bulma too? Oh no, I think I'm thinking about launch. I was playing against Sean. Yeah.
Yeah, launch. So, I mean, that's what Shad was talking about. Like, maybe they'll preemptively hit that because that is kind of stupid for that to just be an infinite resource. But, I mean, they're printing the same exact card actually for the new Green Piccolo deck. Like, there's what is it? There's a drum that lets you do the same thing. So, you can combo it from the drop, and then at the end of the battle, it goes to the warp. But I mean, you just throw it in your Z energy, and then you bypass that effect. But that card also says if this card would be placed from your Z energy in the drop, it gets removed from the game. So like that's how they're gonna kind of balance that one.
It's also the fact that it doesn't launch like +2 off of it because that's how you awaken.
Right,
Flip
right,
over.
yeah. Just
That
being an
shot.
endless resource is gonna be really stupid for launch. So yeah, maybe they'll preemptively hit it. Yeah, and there's the drum card that I was talking about. Danny just pulled it up on screen. So yeah, you can combo it from your drop. I think it gets removed, warped at the end of the battle. But if you just throw it in your Z energy, it's like it bypasses that, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got a lot of questions coming in from YouTube. By the
Yeah.
way, we're at 75 viewers, man.
Holy.
Huge, like appreciation, man. Holy crap, that's like I'm pretty sure last time we maybe peaked at like 60 or something.
50, I think.
Wow, that's crazy. All right, so let's shoot
So
through these
what?
YouTube questions first. I'll kind of keep track of the YouTube questions. Danny, you can or someone else can monitor the
I have
Discord
Discord.
questions.
I have Discord open on my other one.
All right, cool. So let's see. Let me come to the next question. All right, thickest leader. We sort of talked about that. All right, let's see. Okay, this is a cool one. Chances of Champa getting hit. I think this is actually a really high likelihood because like every leader in Zenkai has a built-in double strike. Like it's crazy. Roshi has it,
Isn't that more reason not to hit the card?
Yeah, you just wouldn't hit it then.
but I think they're gonna hit it just so that every deck doesn't have to dedicate one slot to it. Like, yeah, the Green Piccolo has an archetype Champa as well. I feel like that's. I mean, I could see it both ways. That could be a reason to not hit it because like every deck has it, so why hit it? But that could also be a reason to hit it so that you don't force every single mid-range deck or aggro deck to play this like off-color win condition card. So I could see both ways, but I think there's a decent chance they hit it, to be honest. But
I
don't know.
honestly thought it's been good. I mean, it's been good for the game because it's sort of like an extra. Now I gotta think about this because now, like, you know, just comboing out of certain attacks. Because like, oh, here comes a Champa next, and it's just another decision tree in the game. I don't know.
Oh, I agree. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing if they stick around, but I'm just like, man, literally half the I think like more than half the leaders I've seen from Zenkai are getting a built-in win condition. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
They could also lock it to red.
True, they could, and that's what someone else
I mean,
here
there's
said too.
Kai as well, right? There's
Yeah, you
variants.
can just play Kai.
I mean, I think
Yeah.
I think hitting it now wouldn't make sense just because a lot of colors have already got like extra cards that do like for the archetype itself.
Mhm.
And so just giving that card to any deck, like all those other cards have other effects. Like Planet is a 20k double strike. I mean not fruit is a 20k double strike. So there's stuff like that it sort of doesn't make sense to hit now. I mean earlier in the game I think there was a more legitimate conversation to hitting the card, but as of right now, I think
But I
it's
think
too
an
far ahead.
interesting counterpoint to that is like, why even print archetype double strike cards if they already have generic ones? You know what I mean? Like, why even make them why even make fruit in the first place if you could just play Champa?
Yeah.
Besides the fact that it's like searchable, I guess. But
We can move along.
Brandon, yeah, we could probably move on from there. But one interesting point that Brandon Alvarado brings up is that I bet the ban list is a bunch of erratas. I could see that, like some sort of errata to the launch card, or like, but I really hope it's not just like 10 erratas because that would be kind of annoying.
Trillo, I hope it's seen it. They will errata at the launch where if it leaves the Z energy, it is removed from the game.
Yeah, like I could see that happening for sure.
Yeah.
Best strategy for BO1, no pre-side. So best deck? Huh.
Oh, best of one deck without like maybe with some sideboard tech included, maybe. I think U7s can be tough to deal with without sideboard for some decks.
That is, I think we talk about that a lot too. How U7 is a topping deck, not a winning deck. And I think that carries over to best of one. It's just very, very solid at just winning easily, you know, to a bunch of matchups.
Yeah, turning the tide and hand
Aggro
control decks get a lot better
U7s
too
really-
if you don't have Deborahs in your deck or if you don't have Jiren in your deck.
Oh, did you ever
I
get a
think-
top cut breakdown, Joey?
I didn't do it yet. I was just doing deck profiles this week. I'll probably have the top cut breakdown on Monday.
Does someone have like a list? Maybe you can look at that.
List of all the decks.
Yeah, top 16 or whatever.
I have not seen them posted anywhere. I don't think they've been. And unfortunately, PPG is like the only TO that is really good about that.
Yeah.
What is the
Unfortunate.
most topping deck right now? I think would be Trunks Cheetah, right?
Yeah,
Gamma.
It's Trunks Cheetah or Gamma for sure.
Yeah, I think Trunks Cheetah, like in top 8 scenario, has more. Like you'll see more Trunks Cheetahs in a top 8, like 3, maybe 4, in pretty much any top cut.
Yeah, Gamma's up there too. Like Gamma took the most spots in Philly. It topped both singles. It topped 4 at both singles at Gen Con. I'm not sure about top 8.
That was Jared Lopez, right?
Yeah, guy's a beast. But
He's No, just just playing. He's probably watching.
My boy Novin asks, most surprisingly difficult matchups at Gen Con. I played Trunks Vegeta, so my matchups are boring. But I don't know, Danny. What were your, as a Bulma player? What were your scary matchups?
The Rios.
Okay, that's a player, not a deck. But yeah, I get it.
I mean, I lost like a total of 4 times the whole weekend. Twice was to Rios. Once was to Ritzy, and then the other one. The other one was Deval playing Gamma. Like I beat.
Players.
Yeah, I beat like tons of Gamma. I beat tons of U7, but like, I don't know. This event's really like different though. It's really player based. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna play the same players multiple times possibly.
Yeah,
And
like,
yeah,
128 is not that small, but it's still small enough. And there were so many like name players in the room.
yeah,
That you're gonna rotate into them a lot.
yeah. I beat both of those decks multiple times, but like, the Ritzy's U7 was like almost unwinnable going second as Bulma because he has the Scion, the 10k Scion that plays a bunch of the other 10k vanillas, and you know he's literally threatening me on my awakening side with the multiple of these guys. And then I lost the Rios twice, and he plays pretty well. Power over Super Saiyan was MVP for him. I think it was way too good.
My boy Josh has a question next. So, do you think it's better to play the meta decks or a decent deck you are very comfortable with? And I think this is a really interesting question. Going back to Bulma, like, so literally no one on planet Earth plays Bulma except for Danny, right? And Danny does very well with the deck. So a lot of us on the team here think it's like actually a tier 1 deck. I don't know if most people don't believe it or most people don't want to play it because it's incredibly boring, which is
It's not boring.
the reason that I don't play it. So in the case of Bulma, I mean, the question just becomes: do you think it's a tier 1 deck, or do you think it's just a good deck that Danny's comfortable with? I mean, that's subjective, I guess. But I mean, this game is very heavily rewarded players that stick with the strategy and learn it inside and out. And of course, you can pick up a meta deck and probably do fine. But like Josh, I know he's gonna play the hell out of Reboot Pan because he was playing Pan all the way up until like set 9 or 10 or something. So
I think.
Play Pan, bro.
Yeah, for like, so the answer to like comfort, to a certain extent, right? Like obviously you can't, even if you play 1,000 games of like, you know, a set 3 leader.
Set 2 chilled.
Yeah, you know, you're not. It's unlikely that you're gonna be able to perform well. Just you're gimping yourself, right? So like within reason.
You gotta test your matchups. Like, make sure every matchup is still winnable.
Yeah, like. There's a lot of rogue decks that performed well.
Raditz. Green Raditz did well.
Green Raditz, Black Cinzino. There's some Invoker. I know Carrick played Invoker one day. Technically speaking, Bulma is rogue. You know, very few people play. I'm very comfortable with it.
I heard a Crimson Warrior deck up first.
Oh my god. Yeah, man, it's on that YouTube channel, Cross TCG.
What made Raditz good? That is the question for the Gen Con boys.
Just, it'll pretty much be the same as Cell Surge, where they don't have to give you life while ripping your hand apart, if that makes sense. Yeah,
What happened to Cell?
It got a ban, didn't it?
I think he just got tempoed
No,
out of
reboot.
the format. I think he just got tempoed out of the format.
Oh, you're talking about Green Reboot Cell.
Yeah, I agree.
I think one person, I think Josh Rees, I said his last name's wrong, but he played it for teams one day, and I think he did well.
They got second, right, that day? Well, he played it both days for teams, I think, and
Oh, okay.
I think the one day he got second. But I think that deck literally just loses to itself.
Yeah.
I played against Josh in that Team Wars, and he drew the majority of his green-yellow cells and just like couldn't play the game. So I think the deck just loses to itself.
I mean, it's very linear too, right? Like, you know exactly what they're gonna do. Red kind of destroys it. I did talk to Josh like briefly. He was talking about against Red, going first he would go into the 8 drop. Going second he would sit on the barrier. So I think he piloted well. So you know, I don't know. I think that deck's free sometimes. It's pretty weird.
I mean, red does destroy it. That's the other thing too. Red is a hard counter because it bypasses your 8 drops protection ability. So yeah, red is just a super hard counter.
Mhm.
All right, so next question, Juan. Thoughts on Green King Piccolo next set? It's funny that you ask because we're all a bunch of degenerate KP players in this team, and we're all looking forward to it. I mean, I think it's a. I mean, maybe it'll take too much time. I don't know what you guys think. We can pull up the deck and take a look at it.
I'll just skim some cards real
I
quick.
mean,
You
it's
get the
very-
one drop down, you can see 4 cards in one turn with spending like 1 energy.
Yeah, no, the deck just seems very much like Red King Piccolo, like slightly more balanced. But I mean, it has the same theme. Like the leader free plays a bajillion guys, and you're just playing a spam deck. But it seems good. It's got its own piano type of card that like draws you a million cards.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems really good.
I think it's hard to like. I think we should just give a general opinion, and so we can get to all the questions because there's a lot.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, I mean,
see-
I haven't played many games with it yet. Seems good. That's my thought.
You guys see Unisons making as big of an impact next set? I think certain Unisons that do combo effects.
We both have one, I think, that can combo. But I think overall Unisons are nuts, right? Like
Yeah,
there's
they're not gonna go away.
There's the value they bring to the game.
there's
is
too
like,
much
okay,
free, you know, like way too much free stuff you're getting. Counter
Yeah.
plays, counter attacks, takes pressure off of
additional
your
value.
leader.
Can't really destroy that easily.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cumulative value over a turn. Like drawing one is like insane every turn.
The thing I like about Zenkai is that it's not a mechanic that like pushes out
Old
Any
ones.
other
the old
mechanic,
mechanic in
yeah.
any way. Like it's not like it conflicts with Unisons. It just adds new dimensions to the game, which I love.
All right, you want to go to the next question, Joe?
Yep, I'll scan him right now.
Brandel C. Nope. Frank. Speaking of Frank, he is here. You want to say a couple words, Frank? Say hello. All right.
Hey boys!
Oh my God, his volume's high. Yep. Hey boys.
Hey boys! Yes, I am here. Catching up on what y'all talking about here.
While we're looking at questions, how was your Gen Con? What was your hardest matchup?
Without question, the hardest matchup was U7 the whole weekend.
What were you playing? Why was it?
I
a
was playing
matchup?
SS4 Vegeta. Did
Nearly
pretty well.
unwinnable for SS4.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think me and Joey talked about siding in that what's the card? The Pan Unison.
The one drop pan unison, yeah.
Yeah, and even though it slowed it down, it's just too much aggression to deal with too early on in the game. And like day 2, I literally just played 3 of them in a row, and yeah, that was the end of my day 2. Well.
Brandon asks, any advice for my BO1 webcam this weekend? What advice you guys got for BO1 tournaments?
Ooh, it's not no side this weekend, right? It's regular BO1.
I guess so.
Play U7.
Play tech guards. Like if your deck auto loses to like Cooler or something, play maybe 2 Deborahs. If your deck auto loses to Turning the Tide, maybe play 1 Jiren in your main deck. That's what I would like. Figure out your deck's worst matchup and play some tech to help beat it.
That's actually an interesting point, though. Topic, I guess. The Black Jiren. It was really interesting in Team Wars too. Who got the Jiren? Because you could pre-side in Team Wars at Gen Con, and like we like all discussed like who needs a Jiren the most. You know what I mean? Like, and then I think understanding that about your deck can be big for webcam. Like, how do you play around 17? How do you deal with it and such? Because there's times where people 17 they lose. You know.
Yeah, that is for sure. Was there many blue players at the in Team Wars like that y'all played against? I don't think I played many.
Yes.
I don't think I played many blue decks. I don't know. I think the only blue deck we played was Gamma. That's basically what I'm saying. So
I mean, that's just seating wise, right? I think almost every team had blue. Or close.
And if they didn't have blue, that means they were on bottom tables. You know?
Yes, Mike,
yes.
Mike,
the prophet, the Richuti. Yo, this man's a savage. I'm predicting Bulma Bunny Girl gets hit, and Videl 1-drop gets hit to 1. It gets an errata saying it's removed from game. What the heck?
I'd be down with that.
Bearded asked new SCR Goku versus Hatch and new SS4 Vegeta versus SSB Vegeta. So
Those are good questions.
That is a good question.
Who wants to take that one first?
Mike's a capper. Let him start.
What's the question?
The new Goku SCR versus Hatch and the new Red SCR versus Vegeta.
Okay, so the Goku I would play if my deck played ramp strategy. I just played a Goku because Hatchiac's not as good as it used to be these days. Like, every time I draw Hatchiac, I'm like, damn, this could be a better card.
That's great.
Every deck has Hatchiac.
What a hot take.
The floodgates are Hatchiacs. When your opponent goes Oceanus, you're like, I pass. It is so rare somebody attacks their Oceanus. So,
Especially against yellow, they have like 4 copies of Cooler in their deck and their side now.
Yeah, so I just don't think Hatchiac's as good as it used to be. I'd rather have the ramp card. I mean, the untap my card if I was playing a ramp. If I'm playing a regular blue deck, though, I'd play Baby Hatchiac. But if my leader's a blue Saiyan and I'm aggro deck, like Crimson Goku aggro, I just play Bardock. I think Bardock's really good in that deck.
I mean, dropping a 6-drop SS4 plus the Goku SCRs, that's a little degenerate.
Yeah, and SS4 Vegeta, that new Goku SCR is absurd. For sure.
Like, play it for 6, ran 4 energy, play that dude, untap 10. Let's have a day. Let's
So it really
have
just
some
depends
fun.
on what your strategy is, right? Like, are you ramping? Then you play a Goku. If you're not ramping, you should just play Baby
That's
Hatch.
triple attack too, dude. It's nutty.
Or consider Bardock if you're
The
like trying to
heck?
be aggressive. And then the new SCR versus Vegeta, I would just play Vegeta if I wasn't the new Gogeta deck.
Yeah, if your deck doesn't have a dedicated turn 4, Vegeta is probably far better. But if your deck does tap out a lot, like the new Gogeta deck, I would say the Vegito is really... And the Vegito is like a nutty card on its own, but Vegeta is just... That full
Vegeta is
board
just
clear
so much
is
value.
ridiculous.
Like a board wipe, pressure, and critical life. It's just like...
Alright, these questions are so hard to keep up with. We gotta move a little quicker, I think.
I got it, yeah. So going back to YouTube, so Novin asks, favorite Zenkai starter deck leader? What older strategy has the best chance in Zenkai based on reveals? I'm so excited for the Kid Goku Ape leader.
Yeah, it's just the Kid Goku. I could not play the archetype and just play the leader. It's just... That
I'm
doesn't make any
so
sense.
excited for that deck. That was my favorite leader in set 3, so the fact they rebooted it is just... I love that. But also, I mean, the effect is super powerful. Like, I'm trying to just never lose to Bulma ever again.
Telling me Danny got you scarred, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, basically.
He play tested me very little after the first couple.
Oh, yeah.
What's Gamma's biggest counter?
And I had
deck?
never played against it in Swiss, so it paid off.
What's Gamma's biggest counter from Chunkin?
It's
SS4.
His deck sucks.
Damn!
4 beats it pretty bad. That's
Blue.
Someone
Vegeta.
watch the Discord chat for a bit. I just gotta do something real quick.
No worries.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's SS4 personally.
Probably Blue Baby as well, right? Like
yeah,
Blue
freak
Baby and SS4 is free. They don't like pressure enough. Gamma, that is, doesn't pressure enough.
If you want a cool tech card for blue, it's the Great Salmon 3-drop.
Oh yeah, yes, actually, yeah. You guys were
That
so
card
big on
alone,
this.
I think that card alone wins the whole Gamma matchup, no matter what deck you're playing.
Yeah, it was pretty broken all weekend when I played
Oh,
Gamma.
that's super combo. There it is. Yes, this card. This was in. I think all of the blue decks on our team this weekend.
Yeah, the 3-drop. Yeah.
Yeah, I had it in my sideboard. It was good.
That one? Oh,
So
yeah.
it just it's hard for them to deal with, and it blocks cell, kills cell. Yeah.
Stan says Joey baited me into thinking Toho was a good deck. Hey man, they're getting more support. Getting another Unison Searcher. Probably a good thing you picked those cards up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you like to have fun, right?
Alright, best decks coming out of the new set. from Otherworld TCG.
Well, we still got to see yellow and black, but
Red.
SS4 Gogeta seems nutty, obviously.
Yeah, I mean that A-drop Gogeta is just all kinds of degeneracy. You know, not letting your opponent play the game essentially.
Pretty
The green
sharp.
decks this time around look okay, but I mean, compared to the SS4 Gogeta deck, it's like, wow.
Isn't
Like-
that Danny's specialty?
Degeneracy? Yeah, basically.
That's not stylish though. You know what I mean? Bulma's stylish. You know,
Nah,
burning
man, I'm
people.
trying to drop a big triple striker and
I'm
say you
trying
can't
to burn
interact with it.
people for 4.
That is super stylish.
Burning people for 4 is more stylish than punching somebody in the face.
Yes. That's come on. Anyone can punch anyone in the face. You know what I mean? So
Wait, so with SS4, do you have to combo out of the 35k? Or you can't negate?
You cannot negate it. Yeah, you can't negate it. Can't block it. Can't do anything except combo out of it.
You can not combo out and just take through damage.
That is an option.
Triple strike to the face, no problem.
That's
That's
3
really
cards
light.
in hand.
Yeah, that's draw 3. Whee! The red Sin Shenron's not bad.
Yeah, that deck looks cool too.
Yeah.
But I don't see how it ever
Hold up,
beats Gogeta though.
If it was any other set, if it was any other set, besides the one that SS4 happens to be in, you would be right.
Yeah, we gotta play it more though. I literally played my first game of SS4 Gogeta today, and the deck seems strong. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. Gotta play more games with it. See how it really stacks up.
I'm
'Cause
gonna tell you guys right now. I'm a firm believer. It's all overhyped.
Oh, dude, it's because
I share that.
I don't know how familiar you are with other like TCGs, but like big number seems to be a thing to attract casual players, and people were already comparing it like Charizard in the TCG, who has the same exact gimmick. May not be meta, but big number.
Oh no, a deck will be meta for sure, but it's just I don't think it's as good as people are trying to gaslight.
Or like would it be fair to say it's not the best red leader?
I don't know. It's probably the best red deck, but it just
The
I don't
Z
know.
Awaken is a huge gimmick.
The Z Awaken's fake, bro. I'm not activating that unless I'm about to die.
I mean, it is basically a baby hatch though.
It was
Yeah, but then you're tapped
way worse
on
tax
5.
for doing it, right?
Yeah, way worse tax for sure. But like for one turn, I'm not dying. Like that's kind of wild.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice tool to have. I'm not saying that's not a nice tool, but I mean, if you don't get to untap, don't you just down the crap back maybe?
Possibly.
All right, just checking.
Alright, let's move along. S. Keyman said, I think Yellow Sunshine has seen the biggest meta changes set. Thoughts on comeback for the deck? Yeah.
Never. Not
Yeah, I think that deck is done. It's way too easy to kill the 9-drop.
Yeah, every single color has an answer now.
Yeah, that's a no go.
It had its sunshine.
It is not Big Chungus. It is not hard for me to look at myself in the morning after playing Bulma. I feel great. I feel liberated.
How does Green King Piccolo deal with Red Sin? I have no idea. Haven't played the matchup yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you it dies. I was running the math earlier. They go activate that counterattack card.
That
and-
counterattack card is pretty ridiculous.
It's broken.
Like yeah, I mean the green KP deck, I thought it was like pretty good. Like when I first watched it play out and stuff like that, I was like, oh, this is fire. And then I forgot that like Yamcha, Fidel, the new negate for Sin, that those
Red
are all
exists.
Yeah, so it's just not playable actually.
Yeah,
Unplayable.
red is historically difficult for Green to deal with, so probably not going to be a great matchup. But
I mean, even
Time will tell.
like start at Goku, rest all your guys. Okay, play Turles, pop 2 guys. Like, bro, there's so many negative interactions that are just gonna happen. It's not good.
So we talked about both the other SCRs. Let's talk about the third one, the Bardock.
Oh, the God Rare? That shit's broken.
Love it.
Wait, you're serious?
It's the God Rare, yeah.
No. You say it's broken.
That's cat.
he's assuming it's not confirmed.
Okay.
This is a
I'm
cap-free
pretty sure
stream.
Goku is the God Rare.
This is a cap-free stream, guys. Okay.
All right. So, Danny, when it's announced as the God Rare, I want you to go ahead and hit my PayPal with that $5. You know what I'm saying, baby?
Sure. 5. You deserved it. And let's talk about the card. You're saying it's broken.
Yeah, if it's in a black or a green deck. Or like, If I'm playing red, yellow, or blue, I must be an aggro strategy.
That's funny as fuck.
I had to be some form of
Man
aggro
said if
strategy.
it's not red, blue, or yellow leaders, it's broken.
You know, Vigex, right? Vigex is gonna play. What is Vigex gonna play instead? I know it's getting this new card.
10 secret rares from the game. It's broken.
He's pretty much saying red, blue, and yellow have better SCRs.
Yeah, they just have better SCRs. Like, obviously, you could play it in, like I said, like a blue aggro deck. I could see it for sure, but
wouldn't you rather untap like 8 or
you
6?
Play the triple striker that resets your energy.
I mean, if I only have 4 energy though, right? Like, I don't want to untap my energy, right? Like, that's not that great. But if that's what I'm saying. So it just depends on your deck. But like, blue aggro's not real right now.
I could see it being a really good cheese on turn 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was just trying to like go for it. Just there it is.
Because like
the card does a lot.
Yes, it
Because
does.
it's like he's saying that Crimson Goku didn't get first or something. I don't understand.
Well, that wasn't
There's no
aggro
aggro blue deck in the Marman. Okay, whatever.
Oh man,
Whose
we just
deck
got
was aggro. He switched.
we just got a crazy question that I know is about to send Mike on tilt right now.
Yes.
Chris asks, do you guys think that Zenkai will push SS3/baby-esque decks, so basically Floodgate decks, out of the meta since it rewards aggression far more than that style of play? I'm gonna let Mike just drop the mic on this one.
No, I think that the Zenkai stuff makes those decks better. Like, I'm gonna deny you combat. So sure. I hope you didn't need Zenkai energy. I didn't need it.
Hope you didn't need Zenkai energy. Nice deck.
Nice deck, idiot. Like, your deck doesn't work.
What's a combo step?
Like Zenkai stuff.
Like, I think everybody's overvaluing the Zenkai deck, right? It's 7 cards. It's just an extension of your hand, and your deck should not be based around using it, because, like, that's silly. Bro, my Kale is still better than every Zenkai card that exists. 17, better than every Zenkai card that exists. Like, what? Go ahead.
Kale snapped.
Play your card. I'll negate it. All right, man. Take another 4 turns with the Zenkai energy up. Good job, bro. Like, no.
I'll negate it.
Hey.
I love it, dude.
Hey, they'll take the Ready Rumble challenge and get that Zenkai energy, man.
Sure, take it while I take away all the actual energy. Sure.
Who needs real energy when you have Zenkai energy, you know?
I literally think it rewards the tempo based decks. So you can trade, you can go both ways. Like, aggro is gonna be worse. You're gonna combo cards from your hand for no reason. So like, and then like defensive decks like Baby, they don't even plan on using the Z deck. I looked at it, I said, oh, there's like 2 cards I would potentially play, and I probably will never play them, to be honest.
About to be Monarchs up in here.
Hey, we
Yu-Gi-Oh!
got
Monarchs up in here.
Hey, we got a
This is like similar to initial release of fusions in Yu-Gi-Oh, right?
Yeah, some decks will use them, some decks won't.
Yeah, like when Fusion first came out, nobody was touching them. You were still playing like.
No one properly fusion summoned until they got archetypes revolving around it. Like, even in the format, people were just cheating him out.
Or
Yeah,
Metamorphosis.
Metamorphosis.
Yeah.
Nobody was playing Poly,
Yeah.
so it's like the same thing.
Mike,
It
we got a
literally
question
wasn't-
for you.
oh, like, ugh.
Would you
Go on.
play Hatch or the Goku SCR in Baby?
Definitely playing Hatch. Like, what? That's
That is
He's
crazy. This
searchable.
card says.
Yeah.
This card says you cannot attack anymore. Like
Alright.
That's it. that's the card. There we
I
go.
personally love the SS4 Vegeta deck, and I would play the Goku card SS4 Vegeta. But like in Hatch Baby, like, you just play Baby Hatch because like top 3. There's my boy, huh?
There's my boy. Come on.
That's my special boy.
Yeah, I like Edwin Riva's comment. Nice Z deck, mill 2, please. Nice combo stack block.
Yep.
Feel free to combo up, bro.
Also, one thing people aren't like talking about: all the Zeke battle cards don't have any combo power. Like, what?
Oh.
So,
That's by design.
that's terrible. I'm not trying to like waste my energy on these cards, especially the passive ones. Like, I'll waste my energy on the yellow Goku though. That card's really good. But like some of the other passive ones, I can't combo them all, so I waste Z energy. They get their effect, they sit there, and they don't do anything. Like,
Red one for Pan's fine, now that we actually know what the monkey does.
that Pan deck's not good. All those cards are fairly static. There's a lot of 15Ks in that deck.
Oh, man, Pan's about
Whoa.
to be broken. You know, I can topo without discarding a card. About to be broke.
Sure. There's a lot.
Pan's gonna be better than Gogeta.
Hey, fans better than Gogeta.
hot
I'm
take.
quitting.
These are funny comments. Goku SCR better than Hatch in SS4 Vegeta.
Yeah,
I
for sure,
think we
that's
come
the
to
point.
that consensus. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Well, I
can
put that-
yeah, actually it's a turn 7 or 7 kill maybe with the 10 drop Gogeta with the Goku SCR.
Yeah, I mean, it could turn out. You could go so many ways, right? Like you can go Vegeta on turn 6. You can go Vegeta, or on your 6th energy, you go Vegeta, ramp 4, play Goku. Oh, play Zeno, play Goku, untap all of it, play Kale, play another Kale. You just got so
Kale
many
Tide
Yeah,
on 7.
you can really pop off.
That is popping off.
Ask Keeman asks, what's a leader that you guys would like to see, or a leader that's been long overdue? What mechanic would you like to see on that leader? I'd love a leader that says when you activate A, just draw 1. Oh, don't get me started.
Starter deck Vegeta, man. God, come on. Starter deck Vegeta. Need a reboot. ASAP.
You said starter deck Vegeta?
Starter deck that just came out like this past year.
Hey, I mean, to be fair, they rebooted Gotenks and Trunks when they also just came out this past year.
I'm talking about the set 1 Vegeta. I'm sorry, I just said
What?
starter
Blue Vegeta.
That was troll as hell.
That was still 2020. That's a good year and a half.
No, he's talking about the blue crit Vegeta. Like,
Dude, we have the SSB
sure it's on its way.
Vegeta God here, and he doesn't even care.
Yeah, man. Where's
I
my
think people
where's
just
my
got Gotenks on the brain?
Super
because
Saiyan
it's like-
blue Vegeta from set 1? Where is he?
Oh, it's
know-
I spelled it wrong.
they actually
Super
they need to
Saiyan.
fix revive Goku. That leader,
True.
they dropped the ball on that. Like,
He had potential.
Revive is just way too hard to use.
yeah, like I would like to see him fix revive.
Isn't Dr. Zero the only one that has effects to revive or something?
No, there's a revive Goku deck, bro.
Oh yeah, you were just saying that.
There's a whole
Yeah,
deck.
there's a
that's
Goku that just lets you draw an additional card every time you revive.
Yeah, it's unplayable.
Yeah, they gotta they got on the right track when they started making cards that say like KO your own thing to do X, Y, and Z. Like they gotta do more of that. 'Cause that's like you can't rely on your opponent to trigger revive, otherwise it's gonna be terrible.
See, I like this one right here. Ban Tide. Thoughts?
No.
Tide?
Yeah.
Into the ban.
Agree.
Ban Tide.
Yo, the only one denying
we
it
need
is
cards in
Kuz.
the game, dude. These games are getting way too dragged out.
No. I'm tired of side decking Jiren.
I'm on that train, dude. Bring back Fushrat. I'm on
No,
that train.
that's crack.
Yes.
That's snap. That's cap.
Bulma does not need to exist.
Stop the cap.
What are you talking about?
I think you know what's funny about Tide? Like, honestly, I feel like very people actually played Tide. Actually, like played it for 7 at Gen Con. I think a lot of people actually sided it out.
Yeah, I mean fear.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, there's a lot of effects now that are just always live. Like, you can't just play Tide and win the game on the spot. You have something like Yard Drag Goku, Spirit Boost, gain power. Boo Unison, it could block an attack, still do a -1. So, like, Tide is not that, like, instant win anymore because there's so many effects that are just always live. That's why I want Fushrat.
I think Tide's the only way you can really guarantee it or even come close to winning a game is you got to put pair Tide with Baby Ape. Honestly, I never Tide unless that happens.
Or a secret rare that lets you untap things.
Yeah. Like that's just
Like, you need to already have a massive board, which Blue does not, because, just by design. So it's really hard to, like, play Tide and win on the spot nowadays.
Yeah. Honestly, during this format, I think I've won more games when they tied me than lost.
It's like tied. All right, 0 cards in hand. I'll declare blocker.
Yeah, my leader. Draw 2.
Drop 2.
Wait,
Oh
isn't
my
it crazy how Blocker was so irrelevant in the beginning of the game and now it's actually like really good?
I mean, only when you gain it, not natural blockers.
Yeah, I don't like any natural blocker cards. Bro.
Yeah, besides the
Unison's not
Saiyaman.
Boo Unison's not a good natural blocker. My bad, guys.
He's mid. At blocking.
he's
Mid.
Bro, I kill so many Boo Unisons at Gen Con. People like play their Boo. You know how people like they like smirk when they think they're doing something good? And they would like play their Boo, smirk at me, and like, I'm like, I'm gonna kill this thing with ease. What do you mean?
I love smirking at Mike.
It's crazy. I kill so many. Oh my god, I was playing this SS4 guy, bro. He played his Blue Unison down. I hit that thing for 2 markers off of it with my Blue Unison, and he tried to swing back at mine. I said negate. He's like, oh, I didn't think you'd have a negate for that. What? Hey man, get out of here. Get him out. I was like,
I didn't.
Dude, Mike tells the craziest stories about his games where his opponents just act like brain dead stumps, and I'm just like, I wish I played against Mike's opponents. No offense to whoever Mike's talking about right now, but like, he tells the wildest stories where his opponents are just like so incompetent.
I played Tragedy Overground on a guy. He's playing SS4. He has this card in his deck. I played Tragedy Overground on him, right? He picks it up, reads it. He's like, okay. And he goes to play his Golden Avenger 8. Like,
bro, the ride to first place at Otakon must have been the smoothest.
Hey, that's Mr. Nectarine, man.
Look, man.
That's why Mike's got the Nectarine brain, dude.
Would have been smooth too. All of them are smooth, though.
Alright, let's go to the next question. Keyman, he's asking some great questions today. It's crazy to see cards.
Shout out to Keyman.
Yeah, it's crazy to see cards like Release from Evil, Tyrannical Blow, and Difference of Status getting played so much. What are other X cards you guys think should be played more this meta?
Final Hope Slash.
Final Hope Slash.
It's starting to sound like Dashi with that. You know that card?
Yeah, Absolute Confidence. Absolute Confidence might see some play.
Absolute Confidence. There's what's that Meteor card that you had?
Gigantic Meteor.
Gigantic Meteor. This card's not bad.
I do love that card. Also, the card that people don't really talk about. Yeah. Blue Impulse. That card has been super nuts this format. If you're playing green, it just people don't play green like that.
Dude, this card eviscerates Bulma. Certain boards.
Board wipe if they play literally anything on their turn.
I think a sleep card I used was Absolute Confidence. That was pretty good for me this past.
I have a question.
What's up?
What's up?
Yeah, for long time listener, first time caller. Thank you guys. Danny.
Oh my god.
Wait, why does this guy sound like he's 4 miles away from
Cam
his
Williams?
Like it's actually a college show.
How does it feel to be not even on the podium in terms of being a Bulma player?
Excuse me?
He's the only Bulma player. There's only one person on the podium.
This man's on his phone.
Oh,
I am on my phone.
You cut out for a second there. What did you say?
All right, hold on a minute. Can you hear me a little better now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this guy was trolling.
There we go. Perfect. No, I said, how's it feel being not even on the podium in terms of Bulma player? Of course, Joey goes. I know he's not on the podium.
Yeah, I am.
Top 3 at all, Danny?
I asked you a genuine question at the dinner table, and I think I have a better one for you guys. I'm driving home from work right now, so we had a I talked to you guys about yellow in the current format. I believe I talked about it with Marcus. I got a little bit of info, but a lot of people have had the questions asked to me about the Z leaders, how they're going to be affected by awakening skills and everything. Do you think that because we are receiving yet another form of awakening, like we did with the Surge leaders, do you think that they should, in your opinion as competitive players, relook at cards that play off of awakening skills, such as Heartfelt Plea?
Yeah, ban that card. That's crazy.
The question is, as of now, a Heartfelt Plea rules that as long as an awakening skill is being played, or is being activated, it can be played in that time frame. So Z Awaken, Surge Awaken, all of those will trigger that card's effect. Now, other cards that do trigger off of Awaken here say, obviously there's not as much right now that is meta defining, but obviously we know that could be a design space in the future. Do you think that they should reword it?
Yes, absolutely. They should also ban Heartfelt Plea, because there's no shot my opponent's leader turns into 100k and they summon that guy. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for
Offering, triple strength 100k.
After this guy Mike said that Z Awaken is fake, by the way.
Hey, yeah, it is fake. Look, look, man. I'm taking Anybody want to show me their GT deck? How good it is? Hit me up. We could play a game. I'm gonna be like, you're gonna be like, damn.
Bro, you're playing the hard counter, man.
No,
we get it.
I'm just playing my deck. It's not a hard
Right,
counter.
which is a hard counter.
Well, you chose the wrong deck because I'm playing the best deck in format. That's.
Oh no!
I love this guy, Mike.
No, but it's a genuine thought when you look at the grand picture of it. Already, we're seeing a lot of questions arise. For example, how are we going to remove these leaders with the Z mechanic being a thing? Are we going to have ways to reset a leader? There was an interesting someone they just had a random question in regards to because they saw Eric Goodwin ask about the hit unison from I think set 15, one of those, the one that that flipped over your leader. Now, someone was saying is that the way it's been being spoken about within their chats is that shouldn't it work that the leader awakened side takes over the awakened side, and when it flips over, it's flipping over to the original side, therefore removing the Z Awaken from the game. Now, that's not actually how the ruling goes. It's because the Z Awaken doesn't have a front, so it can't be flipped, and the effect can't be taken. However, I felt that was an interesting concept to look at, how it's just it's now becoming an evolve of the back, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Scott just answered the question.
So the question that's, sorry if I phrased it incorrectly. The question is that in that sense, what do you think should be introduced to see if we can possibly reset leaders in a way where if a Z leader is too powerful or something that becomes meta defining, how do you get rid of it? What is something that you could think of that could get rid of it?
Nah, just let it stay, bro.
It's a ban list, yeah.
Either you ban it or
like from an R&D standpoint, you just make the ones that seem a little bit too overturned one turn only.
Well, and then then let's go into the design standpoint. What color would have Z leader removal? What color should have that way to really reset? Like, hey, I don't want your leader to ever have a Z leader again. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of.
There should be a color specific mechanic.
I
Maybe
think
not specific mechanic.
Keep your leader. I just don't care. You turn to a 20k, 25k, it doesn't matter. We'll find a way to kill him. It's like, not the first time.
Get it, you negate.
No, I'm saying, you'll find a way to kill him. Like, bro, people have been censored being their leaders for years and still died by being
the dawn of time.
The dawn of time. All right.
So it's not crazy, and most of the Z leaders don't draw cards. So if you want to transform into the guy who doesn't draw you cards in a game that's all about card advantage, go ahead, bud.
Yeah. Someone asked if hit unison flips leader. I think they're still they're gonna release like a whole bunch.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, that and they're releasing a bunch of new rules coming. Zenkai, I'm pretty sure.
Because the Awaken doesn't have a back.
That it doesn't flip the leader.
Yeah.
It doesn't flip the Z leader at all.
All right, we're gonna move on. I think there's some other questions, but really appreciate everyone coming. Even appreciate Cam coming in to throw his thoughts around. We have 70 viewers right now. It's crazy. We're like an hour in too, so it's pretty awesome. Thanks everyone. We have a question from Orange Genre from Scott Dashy. What cards should be banned or restricted for the upcoming Zenkai block? Do you want to answer your own question, Scott?
Yes, I'd love to answer that question actually.
Thank you for thinking of me.
So Mike, you're not allowed to hit me or assault me or anything like that when I answer this question. So here we go. Number one, without a fucking hesitation. Oh, sorry. Can I swear on this? Sorry.
We'll let that one go.
Number one.
Mute him.
Number one is we're gonna ban Bergamo. That's gonna go because that is the definition of RNG. Number two, we're gonna ban the 3-drop Goku that makes extra cards cost 1 extra because that card takes no skill at all. Number three, we can probably ban the Android 17 and then go from there.
So that was Bergamo, Ferocious War, Absolute Annihilation Goku, and Turning the Tide, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, Absolute Annihilation is a very skill-intensive card.
And Videl.
So are you not?
And Videl?
Yes.
Wait, which Videl? 1-drop?
Just force her to be played from the hand.
The red.
That's all you got to fix.
The 1-drop or the 3-drop?
The 1-drop.
What'd you say?
I thought he was going to talk about the counterplay. And the 1-drop, though.
Yeah, the 1-drop was a mistake. Anyways.
I don't know if we're in a position to
to actually do it at the moment, but I would like to see Boo Unison go. I think that card is too overtuned.
No.
No.
I think
It could be a limit one. It could be a
energy
limit one.
for that.
No.
On a
I
4
don't-
card unison.
Eventually,
I
it will get the limit
It's
one treatment, just
fine.
like the Piccolo Unison got. It'll happen eventually.
Hey, something. I want something. That card is very, very overtuned, and it does a lot.
I don't think you can.
I'll
fit
be honest,
other
it does
colors
less
that
this
aren't red
upcoming
right now.
format. Like literally less.
I like to see Poutine gone too.
Mike,
Add
your
Poutine to that list.
deck's dead if it fucking gets
I
banned.
think a lot of people actually have been.
No shot. You're still gonna negate me?
Yeah.
A lot of.
Yeah, okay.
So on the
I think
Poutine
you can
thing,
safely get the Mecha Frieza negate.
I think it's
I'm gonna
fine.
force that hatch every turn 3.
Well, the thing is that with Mecha Frieza, it's too generic of a yellow card that it just offers floodgates to any yellow deck. The way if you don't hit that card is that something that has been discussed that through many of people that I've talked to is why not just errata it to Frieza clan leader.
So I actually thought of something interesting today for that card. I was thinking, what if the mechanic riposte negate? You know how you have to tap something to attack? What if that effect was once per turn? Just that effect.
I don't think it'd be
So
good playable.
if you want to push through,
No.
you still have that option to push through, but you're still getting punished for pushing through. Does that make sense?
I think that defeats the purpose of the card because the card is supposed to be a floodgate. Like, stop! What are you doing?
Well, I mean,
don't go any further.
Make it
Like,
make it two.
Tap two?
Make it 2 and I'll deal.
yeah. If you tell me the
next 2
time that I
attacks. The
swing,
next 2 attacks.
yeah, either
Alternative
the next
thing.
2 attacks or the next time that I swing, I have to rest 2 things. Then maybe we're talking. But like, only the first attack, rest 1 thing.
What about
It'll be locked in nonsense.
As
The
long
card
as it's not
isn't even that good right
infinite
now.
of the turn. That's all I care about.
The card's not a problem. Why is this,
Yeah, why were you talking about a card that's not a problem right now?
It's because the card that the color it belongs to is the problem, right? Yellow
Yeah,
is just too powerful, so you got to find some sort of balancing way to hit yellow, even if the card itself isn't. It's just that color.
You know how
so
you hit
gotta
yellow?
neuter something.
This is how you hit yellow, bro. No joke. I'm not when I say this. If you want to hit yellow, all you gotta do is remove Bergamo, remove Poutine, remove Cooler. Those 3 cards,
Yeah.
you've neutered it.
I think yellow would be dead without Cooler.
Doesn't yellow just become unplayable at that
I'm
point?
just saying, Rios did not even play Bergamo or Poutine in his yard.
Yeah, sure.
But he did play Cooler. He played 4 Cooler.
Yeah.
I do
but
think
Poutine.
I think
I understand
broken one-ofs
Poutine.
should not exist, right? Like that's just RNG. Sometimes you draw your 1-of and it's just like your odds of winning that game increased exponentially. Bergamo isn't what it used to be. I will give it that.
Every color has its own
It lost
color.
its enabler,
2
right? Like,
energy. That's
power-
never been a bad
Power of the
effect.
Super Saiyan was what made Bergamo absolutely broken. They put it to 1. It's not as consistent. Power of the Super Saiyan, on the other hand, I will say is a terrible 1-of. I don't like that card. I think that card can go.
Like every
Fine,
color has its
it is.
theme. For me, yellow feels like that deck that's aggressive and counters, so they could play coolers and just push it in, right? But with cards like Riposte and Final Flash, they just have so much defense as well on top of that. So not only can they go aggressive on you, just for 1 energy, they have insane defense. So I feel like you gotta get rid of something there. Give it all the offensive power it wants, but maybe take away its defense. You take away Riposte. Maybe take away Final Flash. But yeah, like I think I do think Cooler is necessary for the format. You do need Cooler, but you gotta find a way to nerf yellow. It's too strong.
Annihilation Man has got to get out of here.
Hey,
I was talking to some people where I played against Jordan Markle at Gen Con. He had 1 energy open, and it's my turn, and I have to think with that 1 energy, can he riposte me? Can he steadfast Goku me? Or can he Final Flash? 3 different cards in 3 different steps of the game, all so impactful. I could play a battle card, it gets steadfasted, or I could swing with my Unison first, or my battle card first because I want to rest on my Miraculous Transformation. I could get riposted, or I could go in with this Triple Striker and he doesn't negate, but then do I combo all in because he might Final Flash me? I have to think about all that stuff.
Yeah, I like thinking.
Well, that's too much, I think, for one energy. Whereas if red has one energy open and I'm swinging, what am I thinking? Oh, am I gonna get violent raid? That's it.
That's it.
Nah, I think about Frieza Death Beam all the time, bro. That card, their attack rare is wild. That's
Yeah.
25k combo power.
And I think if you're, you even have to think about imposing presence to an extent. I know that if they're at 3 or less, they can just do it for free anyway. But like, maybe they don't want to do it for free. Maybe they don't want to discard the extra card.
Bulma's not
You know
saying
what?
so.
That's still a floodgate to worry about.
Both and the counter.
I don't know. I played against Brian Samuel,
King. You don't know.
and he had all types of wild cards for trying to beat me, and it didn't work out for him because I don't know. I feel like Yellow's not as good as people gas it up to be. Like, it's straight.
Guys, I think it's the most.
Yellow
I think it's
won
the
all
most
4 days
versatile
at Gen
color.
Con.
Yes, Coos, but we know the truth though, Coos. Like that's
And
like,
it won the webcam event.
You can't say all 4, dude. Like
It did.
teams,
It
there's
literally
only
was
5.
wrong.
There's only 5 colors in the game. It's gonna be
It won
on
all 4
those
days at Gen Con.
Coos, are you
And
gonna sit here and
webcam.
cap like you don't know what really happened though? Like we're not gonna talk about it, but we know what happened.
Joshua Reese beat Scott Dashie.
Yeah,
right?
Stop. But we don't have to explain to nobody. But you're just like openly capping, and that part, like, I feel like we shouldn't do that at all. Like we all know. Everybody
I'm
on this
saying
team
here so
knows.
fast.
Okay, Thursday was a yellow finals.
Yes.
That's fine.
No skill.
I mean, I think blue and yellow are so similar nowadays that like blue and yellow, like when you play blue against yellow, it feels like appropriately grindy. Like it doesn't feel like yellow blows out blue, even though you have 4 coolers if you want.
I lost to zero yellow players. I lost to them playing 4 coolers. I mean, I won with them playing 4 coolers. It's fine. Like
Right. I think yellow and blue are actually at pretty similar power levels, where it's like it feels fair to play blue against yellow right now. And then if you play yellow against red or blue against red, it's just mid range versus aggro. Like that's just a play style difference, right?
This is like, yes, I understand yellow's good, but it's not as good as we're gassing it. Like it's fine. It's literally fine.
I mean, I think we should just ban cooler for sure, though, right? Like ban cooler.
That's great.
Unban battery laser. Let's go. All right.
Oh, now we're talking.
Unban battery laser. Let's go.
I can see limit cooler to 1 and limit battering to 1. That'd be fine.
What?
Put both of them 1. Sure.
Cabbage
2 cooler, 1 battering. I'll give you that.
Cabbage is off the chart right now. Let's,
all right, let's move on to another topic.
We got any questions? Let's look around. Yo, Rohit said to ban Violent Predator. Android 21.
It? Yeah, the cap just continues. The cap just continues.
Wait, did he say?
Kind of back to the Poutine thing though. I legitimately think that card is not good right now, and I know Jordan Markle thinks the same thing. We were talking about it earlier. Gamma, Yellow Trunks, U7, maybe U7 a little bit less, but like Gamma, Yellow Trunks just make the card irrelevant. Like, and GT as well. Like these decks can play barrier battle cards for 1. That literally bait out, like if I'm playing Yellow Trunks, for example, those 3 decks play a 1-drop barrier card that baits out my Yellow Trunks and my Poutine at the same time. So Poutine just feels like unnecessary. And even Scott said that in his Turles deck he would cut it. So yeah, Poutine is like just not great right now and not ban worthy.
Yeah, and there's even a lot of decks that the decks that don't have barrier guys, like. A lot of the times they'll have some free nugget that they can use to bait out the effect. Like U7, for example, if they use their leader effect and they mill an Android 17, that's it right there. The effect is done. Now I can go about
that's why I put an asterisk around U7, because like U7 can't like do it guaranteed, but like yeah, U7 can do it, right? Like potentially.
I have a question.
Rolling crown.
I have a question. Can you use Vegito -2? The Vegito -2 stop Gogeta, the new Gogeta 8?
Yes.
Bro, that unison. Oh my god, it's my favorite unison in the game.
Bandai, if you're listening,
Danny, that's a toxic card.
That's my favorite. That's like red. You have a chance. You have a chance.
So what you're saying is Z battle cards need to get played by a skill. Very good.
I don't know if that counts as a skill. I feel like that counts as a game mechanic. That definitely sounds as a game mechanic.
I think Z
battle. But the Gogeta's not a Z battle card. The Gogeta's a regular card. Played by
yeah, you're still playing them from a hand, and I say these all in quotations.
That's fine.
Either way, it's not a skill.
Yes. Did we miss another question in Discord? New ultimate text. Do we have any thoughts on that one?
I like
it's fine.
It's
Pretty
fine.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
I think it makes
it's pr-
Vegeta SCR significantly worse.
True.
Consistency. I like consistency in the game. It's like, all right, that thing's gonna go away, right? Yeah. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, makes tan not abusable, which is good.
I don't have to think about it. It's just, yep, you got it.
Yeah, my SCR always left, so all the good ones say they leave. So it was never-
Whoa. That's an interesting one from Keyman. He's saying imposing presence against the Gogeta 8 drop. How does that work?
Oh yeah, you didn't hear me talking
You
about it
cannot.
earlier?
Yeah, you cannot swing because you are not able to pay the cost of negging your battle card. You cannot swing.
That's
It is
brutal.
like Dirty Burst, where it's a condition on the player to neg their battle card. If you cannot neg the battle card, you cannot attack.
So
with
if
it.
you floodgate before, like some of the floodgates that like make swinging a cost.
Right. I mean, it means the Gogeta player has to sequence him properly, but yeah, I mean it works. Yeah.
That's fine.
I mean,
Yeah.
Like
Miraculous Transformation also like shits on the card though. Like, if you're playing blue, just play Miraculous Transformation on the turn before. They're like, oh, I have to attack that first. Just defend it.
That's
Alright.
nice.
Doesn't it
I
keep
said-
restanding?
This guy says if battering later comes back, we're gonna unban unyielding.
Nah,
back
it's
to one.
cap.
I'm like, all right, that's a slippery
Chill,
slope.
chill,
That's
chill,
a-
chill,
it's a
chill,
slippery
chill,
slope.
chill.
we got
Unyielding
Big
and
J in the
Zenkai
chat.
format.
If Cooler
Okay.
goes, so many floodgates need to go. Yeah.
That's true.
Hey, Big J, leave the floodgates alone, man. Every deck has them.
Big J at locals right now? Is that where he's at?
He is.
But no one like Mike. I feel like you're the only one who wants to play a game where we're just sitting there floodgating each other
I
until
don't want to
someone
play a game
wins.
where everybody's cards are fucking 25 and 30 either, though. That's terrible, bro.
You're not wrong.
That'll
But I would rather that than sitting there floodgating
No.
each other.
I would not rather that. I'd rather play the game because now the game feels more like Magic the Gathering and less like Yu-Gi-Oh. Like when you're talking about Ooga Booga, 25k, 30k attacks,
Ooga
that feels
Booga.
like, that feels like Yu-Gi-Oh. When it's like, oh, I stopped you from doing things. This feels like Magic. I'd rather the game feel like Magic than feel like Yu-Gi-Oh. If I want to play Yu-Gi-Oh, just play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Damn.
So
But I feel like you can.
You cannot. There's no
You can
shot.
have a
Dark
middle.
Broly was the best deck in the game for a reason, bro. It was like literally 30k. They were like no combos. It literally just didn't combo because it didn't work.
No combo.
there were not
so
that many good
good,
floodgates back then. Actually, that's a good point. There were not that many good floodgates back then.
Like,
But I think you can also have floodgates where like the
no,
level
the cost
of
has to be drastic because the attack power of these cards are drastic. No, you play a 30k cell that attacks twice with double strike and wipes the board and punishes your opponent for negating. Stop it. Like actual stop it. Like you're like, yeah,
It's like
man.
the cloud emoji.
He's
like,
got
oh,
he's got a
I
point. He's got a point.
You're like, yeah, you're
No,
gonna
no,
negate my
like,
one
I get
attack
what
and you're
he's-
gonna lose 2 cards from your hand and I'm gonna attack you again, you idiot.
I get
You idiot.
but I feel like there's gotta be some kind of middle ground that can be reached where
No, the
okay,
middle
I get
ground
it,
is
you
play
have-
better. That's the middle ground. Play better.
I think I've talked about this with Mike before and a couple other guys. Like I do wish a lot of the floodgates were a little less taxing. Like Topo, I wish didn't say discard 2. Like I feel like there should be some level to where you can swing through these things, and like you can swing through Topo if you have guaranteed game, right? That's like the only case. But like Gohan Baby's Minion, I think is a good example of like only bottom deck 1 card, so like I can realistically push through that.
Yeah, that card's terrible. I want to cut it so bad.
You can put Ready to Rumble if you want.
Do we want
Ready
to
Rumble is like questionable. Sometimes you can go through it. I think you can really only go through that card if you're an aggro deck. I don't think you can go through that card if you're a mid range deck. But
So
see, I like
I like the new
Why should your
floodgate.
opponent have to lose 4 cards out their hand to out combo your base static card though? That sounds so stupid.
No, I think you should be able to negate attacks for sure. But I'm just saying, like, I wish that the floodgates were like Oceania should not say mill 4.
Oh, I love Oceania.
I love Oceania.
I know you love it, but that card should say mill 2. Like that card should not say.
I
mill
mean,
4.
it's punching decks that draw a lot of cards. Which
That's fine. Mill 2 does the
but
same thing.
every deck has to draw a
So,
lot of
no.
cards to keep up right now. Like you
Yeah,
better
but
be.
You know why you have to draw a lot of cards, Danny? The baseline stat line of a card has gone up. That's the only thing.
30k is too big.
It's the
We
negate
went from
part of the problem.
15Ks to 20, 25Ks becoming the
Yeah,
big stat.
that's what I'm saying. Like everybody's got the whole situation messed up. Like baseline, we literally used to think a 15k attacker was fine.
Yeah, we
Then
used to
become-
get 15K Kaba fucking turn 1. And
Bro,
like,
the
oh,
storm deck
there-
that won Nats, its main attacker was a 10k. Like, you know, like it's cap that you guys are like, oh yeah, no, it's the floodgates that's the no man, it's the fact that every card attacking is 25k. I had to
Listen, I'm
burn
not
2 to
saying
3 cards.
floodgates shouldn't exist. I'm just saying I wish they were a little less punishing.
But I mean, if they're less punishing, then your giant battle card is still gonna kill me.
But I'm still gonna neg 1 on that swing though, and then
Yeah,
you,
but
and
neg
if
1
you're a baby, you're just gonna negate. Like playing against Baby, I can't swing through Floodgates because you're just going to negate the next attack. And
Yeah, take Baby out the equation. I'm talking about every deck can plays Floodgates though. Like you need them Floodgates to keep the game under control. Like if the game,
Yeah, true.
if
They
you're
should
like,
move it to like turn 3 or turn 4.
imagine Joe, just like they're like swing with this 30k. You're like, I got this Floodgate that they're gonna have to pitch one next time they attack. They're like, yeah, this is a 30k. I'll swing again. You're like,
Floodgating against Kale is like kind of the only answer. Like Kale's beating your.
And Dark Brawley was.
I mean, you don't have to Floodgate against Kale. You can block or negate against Kale. You still stop both attacks.
Sure.
Dark Brawley was.
Yeah, so
Dark
I-
Brawley was a bunch of 30ks.
yeah,
So
look,
I-
that deck gone.
Overall, I completely agree with you, Mike. I think the bigger issue is the size of battle cards because it's just
They have to be that good to be playable, though.
As taxing as the floodgates are, like the size of those battle cards is just as taxing, if not more taxing, if those floodgates didn't exist.
It's
But
actually
I
more
think-
taxing, bro. It's
Yeah.
more taxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could.
The
I
game
could
the game
completely see it.
needs fun negates.
I just it
I
definitely
totally
needs
agree.
flood negates, but
I totally agree.
I'm of the same mindset of Joey. Of I think they're a little too taxing. Again, I understand that the bigger problem is the size of the battle cards. That like it shouldn't have happened. Like we've talked about Dark Broly a million times. There should be no deck that gets to play 30Ks for
I mean, but
free and
even
just
look
swing,
at your
swing,
spell.
swing.
Look
They
at
could be
your
vanilla.
spell in the Gamma deck, bro.
No,
That
yeah,
card is-
absolutely.
Why
I
should
completely
I
agree.
just
It's
lose
crap.
the game because you want my floodgates to be weaker so you can attack me with that card? Like it's just troll. You're like, yeah, make the cards weaker so this card can be even better.
All right, let's move along. We're beating this one up. So there's a fun question by Halo King. Top 5 players on the team in order. That might be too controversial. What if we just do bottom 5? What if we do bottom 5 instead?
I said bottom 5. It's gonna be less controversial.
Chill out.
It's Dylon. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
All right, push. All
Top
right,
5 and
push
bottom
D.
5. That's for top 5 and bottom 5.
You're too close, man. You're too close.
All right.
We have no problem talking about the top 5 cappers, do we?
You're the king.
Russell, you're lucky
Can
you're
I-
here tonight,
wait,
dude.
did I-
You better chill out.
Did I miss that topic?
Oh wait, who's the worst player on the team?
Okay,
Russ.
we're moving on. Okay, so
Dalen
Mr.
Mack.
Frick asks, would y'all suggest a new format like MTG where they have a rotation? Okay, so I think this is a really interesting question. I don't want the main format to be rotated. I think that's dumb. I like legacy support. I mean, that's obviously really subjective, so I shouldn't say it's dumb. But I think it's really cool to have like legacy support. I think it's really cool to experiment with the entire card pool. I like having the main format be open access. I do wish they would support other formats, but I gotta say the one time they tried to do it, people freaked out about DBS fests. So I understand their hesitation to do it, but I do wish they had more side events that were like either Unison Warrior only, Zenkai block only. Like I hope they do
15K
more of those
power
as
only.
side events.
I like that format.
Oh my god.
I
hope
do
for
like
more
that.
side events they do like draft again. I hope they do like Unison Warrior only, Zenkai only, and then they kind of like get us used to it, and then they can like throw more heavy support towards alternative formats.
No, I used to not like team format at all. I thought
Oh,
it was
it's
like
the
a
best.
big waste of time. But after experiencing Gen Con and the best of one pre-side team wars,
Oh, that was awesome.
I had a really
Super
good time.
super
I
fun.
thought it was extremely fun.
I completely
I-
agree.
I hope they
Keep-
do that at Nats for the side event. Like this past Nats for the side event, the Unison Warrior thing, I was just like, whatever. I didn't really care for it. I didn't even play in it. Granted, I made top 16. But this time around for Nats, like if they have the Team Wars event, I am so looking forward to it, and I can't wait to prepare for that too. On top of the regular.
Yeah,
events.
I love teams. It's actually so different and like so fun in a lot of ways. To tell a quick story, I teamed with Joey and Mike in here, and the first day of Team Wars, we lost in the finals to Ritzy, Carrick, and Jared Lopez's team, and it was pretty much unwinnable in the seeding that we had. So we like changed it the next day. We didn't change a single card in our decks, but we changed seeding just so we could beat them the next day. We ended up losing to the eventual winners of the next day, Rios, Jordan Marco, and Koos here. But I think there's like fun strategy in that too, like seat order.
Yeah.
Yeah, ton of fun strategy. Like same thing happened to us. We also lost to Ritzy and their team, and for us, we were just like, we're gonna run it back. So we didn't switch anything. And
Well,
then next time we played them, we did win.
Rios added the 4th cooler, right? That was
That's
his
right,
only
yeah.
change. You guys did
That's
everything the
right.
same except the 4th cooler, and it won him the matchup.
Yeah. But yeah, team format is a lot of fun. I also really like draft format. We did draft during year 2 Nats for that Dragon Brawl event. I had a lot of fun in that. I scrubbed out, lost, embarrassing. You know what? I'm not gonna talk about it. But yeah,
Embarrassing? You're off the team.
nope. But I would like to see more draft events too. I think that's a lot of fun.
I didn't know we can get donations, but we got a donation from.
Yeah, huge
Novin?
shout out to Novo, man. Thank you so much for the donation,
Yeah.
man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it. We have Cedric Sanan question. Do you think best of one non-pre-side is needed in the game anymore? Should all events be pre-side best of one minimum?
100%.
Yes.
Yes.
No, not webcams. Absolutely not.
Well,
No,
that's
sir. I've seen
crazy,
the cheating that
but-
goes on in the webcams. They don't need to open that door at all.
All right, sure. IRL events, BO1 pre-side minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like best one pre-side a lot.
I think
No
best one
sides
pre-side
sus. I don't know.
It's more fun than BO3 sometimes, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
in my
yeah,
opinion.
I agree. The only issue really is the die roll, right? Like that's pretty much the only problem from there.
Petrillo in the Discord chat has a great question, and we talked about this a little bit. Big J, I know would have a big thing to say about this, but do you guys think other colors besides yellow and blue should receive counters?
Yes.
Every color should have it except black.
Yes.
You'd have to make them operate very differently though. Like
Yeah.
cooler is pay 3, baby apes pay 5. That's like the most distinct difference about the two. So how would you okay, Mike? Let's go to you. How would you make one for red? How would you design a counter for red?
The red one would neg 2 cards through barrier 20k.
Whoa!
No, but like regarding that, like disregarding that, like how much would it cost? What would its stats be? Would it
For
be an
red-
extra card
for-
or a battle card?
For red, it should cost 2.
What?
I was
No,
thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same
has
thing.
to cost
ahead
2.
with that, because
Yeah, for red, I was thinking the
has
same
to
thing. It
be
should
the
cost 2.
Red is the aggro color. Red doesn't have, unless you're Bulma, red doesn't have like another. They don't have the time to have that
Yeah,
mana. It
the
has
pay
to be
3
a two
counter in
cost.
red is way too expensive. I think.
Yeah, I think
two-
I honestly.
What?
Sorry, go on.
I'm
This
so
is crazy talk. This is-
I'm
Don't
so
they
confused.
have one? They have the red yellow
I
counter
think-
counter.
I
think-
Wait.
I
Can we define what's happening right now? You're saying
Greatness is
two mana for counter in a red?
Give me.
Give
But it has
all-
okay, so it could be a
give
restricted
me all
counter,
my-
right? Like
give
it could
me
be a
all
restricted
my
counter
resistance,
where it
make me
only
discard
stops at 2
2.
costs or less. Like it could be something like that.
Give me mono red almighty resistance and make me discard
Like
2.
maybe for 2 energy you shouldn't be able to stop Baby Hatch, right? Like that could be a thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bro.
I
that's
could see
too
that
easy.
too.
That's like the only problem I'm having this entire game.
That's where
Like, what? I need to stop it.
that's where R&D comes in, right? Like if you want to stop any counter in the game or any counter in the game, maybe it has to cost minimum 3, right? Like maybe that's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
I can see that.
Red will never be able to use it.
If you want to stop like 2 or less, then maybe it can cost 2. You know.
Yeah, I think a 2 cost one that stops 2 or less is fine, and I think it should neg cards when it's played. And the green
That's fine. Yeah, the auto like whatever it does on play,
it
that's
can do
a different
stuff.
story. But like just talking about how it actually stops counters, I think is important.
Real quick,
I don't think you could give red a counter anyways.
real
but-
quick. Thanks to Car Games TV 1
Red has one now.
for the donation.
Everyone give Harry Berto a big thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you, Harry Berto.
Thank you,
Appreciate-
Herbert. I thought you quit, man.
Thank
What
you.
happened?
My next tournament, I will not play super combos. All right.
No
He
shot.
said Hatchiac for the win, and he said Bulma for the win as well. So yeah, shout out to him.
See you at Nats, Joey.
Yeah, I capped.
You're moving up the list.
But I mean, yeah, I think the green one should probably cost 3. They have one though technically, but it's a SCR. But 3 for green, 2 for red, 3 for yellow, and blue could stay with their 5-drop.
Now what do you
What
do you
about
think
black
this
though?
possibility?
Does black ever get a
Black-
counter?
Wait.
Yeah,
Hold on,
black
I'm gonna-
doesn't get a counter.
I'm gonna bring up another possibility, and I want your guys' opinions on this. What if we ban Cooler, we ban Monkey, we ban Almighty Resistance, anything that says counter right now, and just print a black one that everyone can use?
No, that's terrible.
Nah.
Why is black get an
That's like a
on-color one?
Champa. That's
I'll make
basically
it generic.
Minus Killy Zone will never come back.
No.
I didn't say it had to be cheap. I didn't say it had to be that great. I
No,
just said that it
it's
was
just-
something
black
that
should-
serves
black
a
shouldn't
purpose
have
that
a-
everyone can use.
Matt, black should have an on-color one. Like
Yeah,
black.
I got a question for you guys. What do you think about if we were to trade in floodgates, right? Like if we were to like slim down on the number of floodgates in the game, what about more one-off negates that are just more high value, more blocker negates? What about negates that just like draw a card? Like, what do you think about that?
They would have to cost very little.
Negates that draw a card. I don't know.
They-
Mike, what do you think about that?
Okay, yeah, Baby being the one deck that actually has that, right? Like, aside from that,
Crazy.
like instead of floodgates, just punish your opponent's entire turn. What about more floodgates that are just more efficient, more value?
I just think
have you seen the
floodgates
Green
into
Piccolo
drawing
deck?
cards like that is broken.
I looked at that Green Piccolo deck. I watched that man have 7 battle cards on the board at the start of turn 3 before he paid a single energy. And I said, yeah, there's no shot that... No, that's terrible for everybody. Like, it has to be flooded, bro. I don't care if the negates are higher value. Like, I draw cards. I play bodies. I don't... No. Because you can remove the body. We so simply just remove the body. Cards have on-play effect. Kill that card. That's like half the cards we play now.
What about floodgates that have restrictions on when you can use them? Like, for example, if your opponent has 3 or more battle cards out, then you can use this.
Literally, because then you play around it and have your giant 30k beat stick molest your opponent. No.
Molest your opponent.
God. Like, no, like you can try to spin it like floodgates is a problem, bro, but we know it's not simply because Topo wasn't that good when it came out when everything was still 15k. Like Topo was like, I don't know if I'm gonna use it like that for real. Topo wasn't in the best decks. We know for a fact it's not the floodgates problem. It's the battle cards. Just say you don't like counterattack. That's cool. Like, but stop trying to spin it like it's an actual problem.
No. I mean, again, I literally told you I agree with you, and I think the bigger problem is
why are you adjusting that? The game is just too far gone. The game is where it's at, bro. There's no fixing this. If you fix this, you kill the game. There'll be some people who walk away because it's stupid. I didn't pay $500, $600.
All right, it's time to put this conversation to rest. It's my bad. It's my bad for bringing it back up. All right.
That's my roommate.
That's my roommate. What's the best green deck? Raditz are cooler? Unison cooler?
Majin Buu, baby.
Majin Vegeta. Majin Vegeta.
Majin who?
Majin
Green
Buu.
Shenron.
Who said Green Shenron?
McAllister.
McAllister?
It does have a really good card.
No, that's a name I've not heard in a long time.
What's it called? Like Twin Onslaught? If you could play that card, like cheat it out, maybe it would be good. But
hey, didn't they just get some TP that helps cheat it out or something?
Did they? I wouldn't know.
I think I have it right in this pile.
I
I
think
think I have it in
did.
this pile in front of me. Danny, look up this card. Ready? Let's see. Goku Path to Revival.
Is there?
I think
I'm
they did
assuming
print
there's
a
comma.
TP for that.
Just type Path to Revival. I don't know.
If this your leader card is Shenron card, when this card is played, add 1 Dragon Ball from your deck or drop area to your hand. Tap 2 green. You have and you place 7 Dragon Balls from your drop under this card. Choose up the 1 Twin Onslaught SS4.
Yes.
All right, time to hit the lab, boys.
Ooh, nice SBR too.
Yeah, that card.
Oh, Twin Onslaught is a beautiful card. Oh yeah.
Burst 5. When you play this card, if you leader's green Shenron, choose all your opponent's battle cards and KO them. If there's still battle cards remaining in your opponent's battle area, choose all of them. Ignore. That's so weird. Oh, negate skills. Okay. And then dual attack, double strike. 25k.
Might be time to explore.
For 2?
Trillo.
For 2, yes. Excuse me. Sorry. For 2.
Maybe McAuliffe knows something, you know?
Anthony McAuliffe is not a Yu-Gi-Oh player, guys.
All right, Mike. I got one last idea for
Damn it, Matt. Go ahead.
No, this I'm not even gonna say that.
Go
I'm not
ahead.
even gonna say the 2 words. What do you think about the possibility of cards that have higher combo value?
Oh, that'd be sick. 0 plus 15Ks and stuff like that? Yeah, I'm down.
A super duper combo?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm super down for higher combo power cards.
Super
more
You have to
things,
trade
more-
in
more
2 super
cards, more
combos.
cards
so
like
you-
the one-
I think
more
we
cards
sort
like
of
the
see
one
it. I mean,
mana that becomes a 10k when you have 5 cards in hand.
Who's ever like played One Piece is like those decks have like 8 to 12 like 2k cards. I mean, it's a different game, but like that's sort of like a super combo in that game. But
if I could play, if there were cards that said 15k, 0 plus 15k on the side of them, for sure. I think that would like help fix the problem of the game. But that's like dangerous territory, right? Because like if you can offensively have 15k attack power. I don't know, but I would
might
be down
have
for
to be a
that.
defense only thing.
Yeah, it might
Yeah.
have to be specifically just to mitigate the size of battle cards.
Yeah, I would be down for that. 100%. That would actually get me off my current style of play, honestly.
No way.
And on that note,
Bigger combo power.
Real quick shout out to our sponsors, Mystic TCG and DBS Deck Planet. I think we also skipped the question related to DBS Deck Planet. Someone asked what features we would like to see on DBS Deck Planet.
Oh, what I would like to see on DBS Deck Planet, I would like to see like a better pie graph, like the way that you check the stats on all your cards, right? Like they runs the statistics. I like it to visually look better. Like it doesn't look very appealing right now.
Okay, it's not.
I know this is really hard, but I would love to drag and drop my cards when I'm looking at the deck view.
Yeah, reorganize by dragging. That'd be awesome.
But I know that's really hard to do.
Oh
so.
yes, actually, Big J, he'll vouch for this one. He was hating it. It was bothering so much the order of his side deck that he re-entered all 15 cards. So it's in the order he wants.
That man's a fiend.
He is a fiend.
I think side deck should be just ordered by like quantity of cards, like the number of cards. Because I actually hate seeing like one.
Dragon would feel it would feel really good as a user,
would.
but I know like
It's
coding
hard.
wise, that's extremely hard to do. So
That'd be fun if you could like organize it. Card game players have OCD. Let's be real,
Yeah.
You can move stacks around. That'd be lit. Sweet.
If anyone's ever played against me, they know how often I shuffle my hand. The OCD is real.
Yeah, how much I shuffle my hand, guys.
Yeah,
No, I don't. I know how much
Marcella is the worst person to watch while you're playing. He literally stacks his cards. He doesn't like fan his cards out. They always be like on top of each other one by one. And it's like he's scrolling through his cards. It's so annoying to watch.
It's like he's an IRL untapped player.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, you know what it's
He's
like.
trying to
Marcel's
drag
hand?
it on the screen. That's hilarious.
Marcel's hand is like someone scrolling through characters in a fighting game when they're when they're trying to select their character. It's just one
Choose your
focus, and then you start flipping through everyone else.
Emperor Couscous asked Five Guys a way back burger for dinner. I'm a
Five gentlemen. It's a five gentlemen angle.
5 men, keep it classic. Next question. Mike's opinion on the baby deck that got second running the Frieza Mill. I guess I could. That was your deck? Yeah.
That's my deck. Yeah, like.
Wow.
Like, I wrote a Patreon article for Herman Style because Jimmy, I used to co-host with him, and I wrote it. If you go back to Joe's my Tennessee top, I said I would play the Janemba cards in my deck, and then I posted my deck list and wrote an article about it on Herman Style Patreon. And then Lee Shihan gave his boy the deck list, and so yeah, that deck list is inferior to the deck list that I was running. I tagged out of the tournament.
Hey, you got the deck list? I'll pull it up for people because we didn't do a deck profile on it.
Oh, what, the Janemba one?
No, your baby list that you ran in Gen Con.
I don't care about that, bro. No one cares. It's just.
I mean, it's pretty similar to the list he played at Otakon, no?
I care. I changed like 7 cards.
See,
probably.
someone cares.
But no, I mean, like the deck list, I think the Janemba Mill package is like cool in the deck. Like I played it, it was fine. I think ramping is more impactful this format. I in Otakon I played against Adrian Barrera, I think is his last name. He was playing the exact same deck list. I played Vegeta because I checked his boo. I played Vegeta. I ramp. He goes, okay, cool. I pass to him. We floodgate pass, and then I play Tragedy Overground, and he just proceeds to lose the game. Like, you can't play a Janemba if I Tragedy Overground you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's worse. It's by far worse. If I wasn't out at the strip club 2 nights in a row acting a fool, I would have finished the tournament. But it's all good though.
All right, let's move on. Goodness. Next one. What decks do you from Keyman? Oh, asking some great questions tonight. What decks do you guys want to play for or test for the remainder of the set? I feel like it's a good time to play fun decks before the new set.
Yeah, nothing matters anymore.
I mean, there's some webcams coming up, but I think only a few of us are playing them, man.
I'm playing them webcams.
Play that blue yellow Turles, man. That deck is fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to play some Shinron.
Oh,
You know what I
we
mean?
got another $5 donation came in from AK Dreamer. Do you think the game could get to top 5 card games all time as far as popularity? Popularity goes if there was an official digital client. I've said this for a while. I think a digital client is huge. It's honestly kind of just like printing money after you pay the upfront for the making the client, because you can just charge people even like $2 a pack or something, and it's just digital cards.
I mean, Master Duel. Like, look at Master Duel.
Yeah,
People
exactly.
Never
Master
played
Duel's
Yu-Gi-Oh!
huge.
Play the game.
And if Konami actually cared about that game, like, it would be like, because everyone says Master Duel just like went to crap afterwards, and if they actually upkept the game, they would be printing even more money. I think
all of us would play way more Dragon Ball than we already do if there was a client.
Yeah,
100% stream it all
If
day.
it ran like Magic,
I don't think any game
Yeah,
can
for sure.
touch Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh though in terms of like popularity. Like
Yeah, it's just longevity, right? Like, they've been there doing it for 20 years.
Yeah, top 5.
Top 5.
The
Definitely
fourth and fifth
realistic.
spot like rotate around.
I
and they're-
think.
so. Like yeah,
well,
you can
go ahead,
definitely
Mike.
be there. Like
The top
like,
5
for a
is-
while it was Fab. Fab is like
I don't know
number
what he's
5
doing.
right now. Vanguard was number 4 at one point actually, but like it's tempered off. It's one of those things where I can see it definitely entering the top like 4th or 5th, but it's just sad that 1 through 3 is locked out.
Dude, online clients so big. Like, people that don't want to socialize will love playing that, or they just like want to kill some time. They'll jump on and play. Like,
People just love Dragon Ball. Just love it.
yeah, like big streamers, like one like mid streamer, like not even a big streamer, jumps on. It's like, oh, I want to try out this online DBS. That's gonna like, spread the game out a lot. A
Yeah,
lot
have
of
you ever heard of this
exposure.
mid streamer named Emperor Couscous?
Do you think that an online client would put it at solid 4 then? Like lock it in 4th?
Yeah, it could.
It's possible.
I think
It
I
all
think
depends on how
yeah,
well
no.
they handle the client, right? Like
Yeah.
Master Duel, like I said, like Master Duel, they kind of let just like kind of crumble. I
They-
mean,
well,
a lot of
they-
people still play it.
Just sort of
Well, it
let
doesn't
be.
even really need the bells and whistles. It
That's
just
what
has
they
to
do
be
with
better
Master
than
Duel.
untap,
It
honestly.
exists now. People are still putting the money in. Like, because the Master Duel format is completely different from the actual format the game's being played in real life right now.
Different ban list, yeah.
I also think like if Bandai would have, if their sole focus would have been DBS, I think so. I think Sky could have been the limit for this game. But if they were to come out, there's no way they just come out with an online client for DBS, right? Like if they were to come out with an online client, like would that mean Digimon gets One Piece, Battle Spirits, like?
Bro, it is baffling to me that Digimon got an online client for Worlds and they just didn't release it to the game as a
Yeah,
whole.
that's crazy.
That is actually unbelievably insane.
I honestly think it's kind of asinine that they don't make an online client. Sorry.
I mean, we've always been fed the excuse that they just don't have the rights to do it. So, like, I mean, I don't know. That's
I think
not
they
even-
said
Is
the
it the actual
online
reason?
client for Worlds because I knew one of the judges. He's like a close friend of mine. He said that it can't hold an actual tournament, like a real size. Like the server's not big enough.
Then they just gotta get bigger servers, right? That's not that hard of a problem to fix.
I mean, there's
Yeah, but
thousands
like an
of
online
players.
client, you wouldn't be using it necessarily for
Yeah, it's
tournaments.
just individually.
I mean, Magic does. MTG Arena literally, they run their tournaments on there, but that's besides the point. I don't think that's a concern.
He said that they couldn't hold it up there. Like they're like, I don't know. He didn't explain full detail, but I trust the guy. Like he's one of the head judges, like one of the few level 2s in their game. So
I mean, he didn't anything like. Let's not even like say MTG Arena. Let's just do MTGO. Like very
the
basic.
old Moto?
Yeah, Moto. Like bare bones. There's some automation, zero animation. That'd be good enough. You know what I mean?
That has to be better than untap, the bare minimum.
Whoa, don't be out here disrespecting that untap now. I used to hate untap.
I know plenty of people who
Now I
are
love
like,
it.
hey, this card game looks cool. I want to play it. Does it have a client? I'm like, tell them about untap. And they're like, I'm good.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, I'm on untap right there, man.
Is there any? Here's another question from Pokemon Sonic. Is Untap still the best place to practice online? I mean, any games is good practice, right? As long as you're learning. Webcam.
I think he means. I think he means like, is Octagon still a thing? No, the only way to play online is webcam or untap.
Yeah, Octagon. That's not a real place.
RIP Octagon.
I mean, there's always BGS, but I don't think anybody's really trying to make anything happen with that for DBS. Or Board Game Simulator, sorry.
Anthony Farrington, donation of $5.
Thanks,
you.
Anthony. Really,
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
That's one of my Jersey side local guys. Nice guy.
I forgot we could receive donations. That's crazy. I really appreciate everyone.
Hasn't there been popping off in the chat that you just didn't notice then?
No,
Well,
not
we
last
didn't
time.
get any last time, so we didn't realize. Like, we didn't think about the fact that people might do that. Sean has an interesting question. Anyone else hate or get annoyed at people who do a lot of hand card fidgeting? What's funny is actually like that started as an actual strategy. Actually, someone was telling. I think it might have been Mike or somebody was telling me at Gen Con that in Magic, like if you drew a land and then immediately just played it, people would know that you probably didn't have lands in your hand, right? So you would like draw the land, hand shuffle. Now your opponent doesn't know like the order of your hand, and then you play a card, right? So it actually started as like a strategy thing, and then it just devolved into like a card game player's nervous tick.
It's become the TCG equivalent of a fidget spinner.
Yeah,
I
basically.
mean, it's just like poker players where they like constantly play with their chips, right? Like
chip
people,
shuffling.
yeah, people. I know if I didn't hand shuffle, my head would explode. Like I can't handle it.
When we were playing teams, I had to stop Danny from hand shuffling.
Yeah.
He hand shuffled 4 times.
You're
during
wasting
time.
seconds.
Dude, my brain just doesn't work if I'm not hand shuffling.
Well, I think it's the same thing as like cops and people chewing gum or like army people because
Yeah.
it's to keep the cool.
Yeah.
Because it gives your like subconscious focus on something else.
Yes, getting psychological.
Yeah,
Very
I know that
informative
I have,
stream.
I've literally, I will shuffle one card in my hand. I will sit there and flick it as if there's a second card in my hand and I'm trying to shuffle
All
it.
right.
Like
All right,
it just
Matt.
keeps me focused. Like it's literally just it's become the TCG
Hey.
equivalent of a fidget spinner.
All right, Super McNasty TCG question for Mike: why are your thighs so white?
Well,
he's part Italian, baby.
He's that other dark meat.
That's a good question. My mother's darker than me. My father's darker than me. I'm just really pale. I don't know, man.
All right.
sun more.
And Anthony, you're asking for our Gen Con list. There's deck profiles. If you want to see a specific list, just put it in the chat and I can pull it up. Totally
I
down
know
to look
that,
at lists.
Marcus, Danny, Justin, their lists are on the YouTube channel. I'm doing Jordan Markle's U7 profile tomorrow, which is mathematically incorrect. His list is terrible, but got first place, so you know it's pretty good. I got my Trunks Vegeta list if you want to see that, but I mean it's Trunks Vegeta, so it's like
You pull it up, something to look at.
Yeah, I'll PM it to you, Danny. There you go. There's my Trunks Vegeta list. We could talk about it. I mean, I didn't play Poutine, so that's one thing.
Oh, we could talk about if we could think of like more interesting play lines or card choices that we thought about for this weekend. I think one that was really cool was the interceptor counter effect. You can counter against turning the tide or when they KO, or no. Was it to the baby counter, Mike?
Yeah, it's when they baby counter you or cool you when they're trying to force it through. You hit them with the counter in response.
Yep.
And you remove the card that's attacking.
Yeah, very very cool.
Yeah, that is a really cool interaction.
It's one of my favorite things to do in baby. I keep that bad boy in my hand for when the time's ready.
I don't know if you're pulling up my deck list, Danny, but one of the coolest side deck cards is SS4 Vegeta thwarting the Dark Empire. Basically
yes.
The next best like overall mass removal. Even though it's like obviously inferior to Secret Identity, still pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we can go over the deck live real quick.
Sure. I PM'd it to you.
I have it open.
Oh, okay. For some reason my end of the stream is not updating. It's weird. But yeah, I mean I follow along with the deck. I mean the first row is like all the typical stuff.
Yeah.
I think that like this is the first weekend where I think people were really playing like 3 cooler in the main deck, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Our whole team. Whole team pretty
so
much.
3 cooler just feels like a minimum in the main. And so I know that Justin was on the same idea, and I'm pretty sure we all pretty much came to the same conclusion, is like in a yellow deck, you're paying 3 for a cooler or you're paying 3 for a unison and you're not paying 3 for anything else. So like Dragon Fist became a very ineffective card because it loses to blocker negates, it loses to certain counterplays like Videl. The card is still really good in some cases, but I mean it's just really hard to dedicate 3 energy to it. So since Cooler is your most expensive play, and it's game winning, I mean playing 3 just makes a lot of sense. Kind of makes me wonder if we should be playing more in previous formats.
I just want to say Dragon Fist is a really good card. I have the lowest price on TCG Player.
But
I respect it.
I mean, back to this deck, Time Magic and Release from Evil in the main. Those are 2 interesting ones. Time Magic, actually, this is just a shout out to Big J.
Yep.
He put me on this in the main board because it's really good against the Gamma Cell 9 drop. It's really good against Ultra Mastery. There's a lot of multi-attackers in the format.
And
then, go ahead.
Forbidden Powers losing strength lately.
Oh yeah, Forbidden Powers on the sideboard, and honestly, it's mostly for the mirror match. Just tap the barrier blockers. It's okay for the Floodgate against U7. It's not bad, but yeah, I don't know.
And a lot of times as yellow, Black Kamehameha has actually been insane. I think for a lot of yellow decks lately, just tapping multiple swingers, and then Time Magic kind of just ends the turn after that, right?
Yeah, Time Magic is really good against the bombs. It's really good against Ultra Mastery, really good against Cell 9 drop. It's really good against the bombs. And then in this main deck, I went with Trunks over SS2 Gohan. This is something that I was trying out for a while, maining Trunks and siding SS2. Because there's some matchups where one's just better than the other. Gohan just way better for the long grindier matchups where you need to get that card draw, and the big finisher is really good. But Trunks is really nice. The Trunks unison is really nice against the mirror match. It gets around Robotic Riposte and puts pressure on. The +0 actually was huge all weekend. Just needing to kill things in active mode, like Black Mass Saiyan, other random 1-drops is really, really good. I wanted to try the strategy of in certain matchups playing Trunks and then empowering into Gohan, but it didn't work out well because you either would draw too many unisons, or you just you dedicate 2 turns to tapping 3, and that's a lot. That's a lot of energy in the yellow deck. So
I'll also say from the other end, just having played against Trunks Gogeta this weekend, it always felt more impactful if they dropped the Trunks unison than a Gohan unison. Not because I think Trunks is a better card, but because I think that deck can't support Gohan the way that Yardrat, for example, can, or even Turles. It's overall a very good card, and I'm not ever going to say anyone is incorrect for running that card, but Trunks Unison just feels like it fits more with what Trunks Gogeta wants to do, and it helps the game plan better. At least from the turn that it hits the board, it's 20 twice, and I'm gonna rest something, or I'm gonna kill your board. It gives you a lot for the 3 energy, and it doesn't require the Empower to have its full impact like the SS2 Gohan does. Again, not going to say anyone would ever be wrong for playing SS2 Gohan because it's also still a very good card. There's nothing wrong with just paying 3, having it there, even just drawing a card. It's a really good card and it gives advantage the whole time. But Trunks in that specific deck, whenever it was played against me, felt like it at the least for that turn did more.
Yeah, you get more immediate payoff for sure. And that's my Trunks deck. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Thanks, Dad.
Mr. Frick, is Yellow Sin good for the no pre-side BO1? It's probably better in that format. A lot of decks still have inherent removal for the 9-drop in the main board. So is it better in no side best of 1? Yes. Is it a great pick in general? Probably not the best pick you could ever choose, but it's probably
better. Halo King asks, do you guys ever try jank decks? I mean, we play Dragon Ball pretty often, just randomly. Before events, we play quite a bit, and you could say we try jank, and then it just gets thrown out real quick.
Every broken deck starts off as a jank deck.
Yeah, that's true.
Every deck I play is jank, and these guys correct my stupidity.
Bulma was jank at one point, you know what I'm saying? Mike.
Everything started off as Jang.
I
Yes.
always played.
Super
Mike.
Shenron started off with a bad idea. and
That's
a t-shirt.
true. It was terrible at first. Yes. Mike, people are asking for a baby list, man. Send me something.
Okay, hold on.
Why is cooler so important? There's many floodgates in the game. Every single.
See, there's this keyword called counter.
Yes.
Right. We don't like it when that happens. So we have a keyword that says counter the counter, and that's where cooler comes in.
And if someone has 2 energy out, they leave 2 energy on their entering your turn. They cool Topo or Oceanus, and you cooler. You might just kill them right there, right after that. And it's big pressure, lots of swings.
It's in the PP Palace.
Big blocker negate, take a life, counter, keep going, double strike. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's so we've gotten to the point in the game where, like, you know, we think about it. We used to pay 1 mana and discard a card for this effect, and now we're ecstatic that we have the opportunity to pay 3 just to stop a counter. You know, there's just a lot of it literally it completely extends your turn. Like, we had the whole discussion about floodgates earlier. Like, it's like, oh, I have my big boss monster out. Well, okay, I want to negate your big boss monster, and you're like, well, I'm gonna negate your negate.
It's pretty much too bad. Mike, any notable cards you want to talk about? Like maybe the main deck God Slicing?
The main deck God Slicing, because Bulma. I just Bulma. I gotta
Don't
stop.
like that guy.
You know.
So you sided out in a lot of matchups, you're saying?
No.
I love how you have main board hate for just your other deck.
For me.
I leave it in a lot of times. Like, I mean, it's applicable against a lot of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not the worst, but it was in the main because of Bulma, though. But it's applicable across certain matchups.
Yeah, that actually brings up another good point that a couple of us talked about, and I think Rios mentioned this. Don't sideboard for, like, the decks, the few decks players in the room. Like, you know, he was saying there's better sideboard cards he could have put in to, like, have a better matchup against Bulma, but he's not gonna side just for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's so. I guess, like, for deck building, it's really important. You think about, like, what's your bad matchups and what do you expect is gonna be in the room.
Yeah. Side for meta first, matchups after.
I think when I'm doing my sideboards, and I know there's, like, these just really troll decks that exist. I want to make sure the card that touches them touches a meta deck, so that way it's not pointless.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like I had this during Gen Con, I had the blue-green 8-drop Android 17 and 18, and that card, while great in the Bulma matchup, you know, I expected more Bulma there, but it was just Annie. So while it's a good card in that matchup, it's pretty dead against a lot of other decks, and to be fair, I wish I sided other cards instead of that card, because it helps in that specific matchup. But when Danny's the only person in the room running the deck, what's the point? What are the odds that I'm going to play against him? You know what I mean? And if I play against him, I have to play through it.
Fun fact: someone did play this against me, and I beat them. I killed them next turn.
You're gonna talk about a team being
Ryan?
overrated when they
Ryan?
really did have a more awesome brother.
Ryan?
2.5 months for like
Ryan?
a year, like, it's just fucking Brandon.
Ryan?
Goodbye, Ryan. Take a nap.
Take a nap, Ryan. Okay. Rest of the main deck's kind of 55 cards. Man, that leader skill working overtime.
It's 54 because the field spell starts out. All my decks now are 54. I don't play less than 54 cards, and I have to have at least 19 different cards in my deck.
19 different cards, yes. I forgot.
I'm just waiting for them to bump the deck total to 70 cards, and then I think the game will be perfectly fine.
That's great. Ryan, you were watching a video, I think. So.
No, I think he's on the phone.
So the sideboard, I think Tragedy and the Go Tanks Unison are big ones, right, Mike?
Yeah, Tragedy is for, like, SS4 for the most part. It's one of the and the mirror match because they just stopped it from playing the bombs. You need it against SS4 though badly. Like, their decks really troll. You're like, oh, I'm gonna gauge it. You can negate all you want. They're gonna 17 when they feel like it. It's just a bad time.
Mhm.
So I was like, Tragedy's good against them, and the mirror match. And then the what was the other card you said?
Go tanks.
Oh, the Go Tanks is for all the yellow decks. They have these cards that are annoying.
Annihilation.
Like Annihilation. Like when I
The
played
Trunks.
Scott, I didn't draw the card. I said, man, that's so crazy. I just don't have an answer to Annihilation. So I just died. He went turn 3 Annihilation, turn 4 Cooler, turn 5 Cooler, turn 6 Cooler. I was like, yeah, man, I just died. Like I can't play the card. And that's why when people cry about stuff, I'm like, man, I didn't cry not one time about what Scott did to me, but it felt terrible. I couldn't play.
I didn't cry not one time.
I just took it on the chin. I said,
Took it on the chin. Oh,
He wanted to cry, but he didn't.
So, it looks like that this is something different that you changed in person. The board of 3, yeah? Because you lost the Radix.
Yeah. I definitely, when we got after day 1, I lost to a Raditz player, and my sideboard did change a little bit because I was like, I'm not losing to that again.
Yep.
I moved a board of 3. I put an additional draw leaf in my sideboard, so I actually cut Jiren on the second solo day.
Mm-hmm.
On Sunday, I cut the Jirens out. I put another Deborah and another 8. I did not want to go down like that. I was like, yeah, I'm
Yeah, Jiren just takes up sideboard space all the time.
Jiren's kind of fake. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really say it too often, but like,
I
you're not.
agree.
If you leave 2 energy open, your opponent is not playing 17. And if they do play 17, they're a buffoon, and you were gonna win anyways. There's no shot. Like, you're sitting there with 2 energy open, and they're like,
That's literally my logic every time. If they
They're a
get this, I
buffoon.
already won.
yeah, like I already won, bro. You lost. Like, there's no shot. Like,
Okay, let's run back. Oh my god, we're going on 2 hours. Alright, we should... well...
Wrap it up.
2 hours.
Yeah, we'll start concluding.
Yeah, let's catch a couple more questions and we'll end it.
I think there might be 1 or 2 in the Discord chat.
Let me pop it open. Mathematically incorrect not to play 8-drop Goku in U7. So Ultra Mastery.
Dude.
Some would say.
It's,
Get him outta here.
It's a troll.
Yeah, he's
Some would say it's mathematically incorrect, but some people still win tournaments without it, so it's good.
Oh, here he comes.
Oh, boys.
The mathematically incorrect man.
No, Jordan, tell these guys.
Yeah, I'll take a 3rd and 1st any day.
Sheesh.
No, but his 1st and 3rd was better.
Big J, you wanna... Oh, you're doing the deck profile. Never mind. I was gonna...
What?
Pull up your U7 list.
Mm-hmm.
Joey, do you want to just wait for the deck profile or what?
Yeah, deck profile will be up tomorrow.
Okay. He's not playing Ultra Mastery. Ultra Mastery spoiler.
Boilies.
Yes, sir.
Smart man.
Yeah. I don't like Ultra Master, though. I'll just let it be known.
What?
You don't need the card to win, for sure.
While I would probably have at least 1 or 2 copies of that card in my deck, I completely agree with that statement. You do not need it to win.
Joey, someone at Halo King asked, what is the video for tomorrow?
It's going to be Jordan's U7 deck profile.
Oh, look at that. When's the Top Cut breakdown?
Probably Monday.
I've been waiting for that one.
Why are you waiting for it, huh?
I like to enjoy myself some cross-world TCG content.
Yeah, it's cap.
And on that note, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Really appreciate everyone that tuned in, came to the Discord, asked questions. These are really fun. We'll definitely send us feedback on how we can improve these, different ideas. We're pretty new to this recently, of course.
I was right on time.
You were right on time.
Jordan, they just hate you. As soon as you join, get them out of here.
End it as soon as possible.
Yeah, we've been going on for almost 2 hours with like 60 to 70 viewers on average. Freaking
Legit.
awesome. Definitely want to stream more, right, Joey? If we have like good ideas for content.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Any other closing thoughts?
Thank you guys all so much for coming out, man. It's really, really awesome. Like, this is the best part about the community. So thank you guys all for coming out.
Yeah, we really enjoy doing these. So, yeah.
I really enjoy you, Danny.
Thank you. And on that note, let's pull up the best deck that got played at
Okay,
Gen
someone
Con.
kick this guy
I'm
from-
closing the stream now.
All right.
Wrap it up.
Good night, everyone.